Alright guys, I'm about to do another haircut.
Yeah.
This is my bro right here. What's your name?
Nicholas.
His hair is a lot different than my nephew's hair. He's got that Puerto Rican hair.
Yeah.
Hi.
Alright, so here we go. Another haircut. This is for my little brother, Nicholas. As you can tell, he has a much different hair texture than my nephew's because he is mixed. He has a lot looser hair than the coarse hair from my nephew's. It was a little bit of a challenge because his hair is longer on top, so I don't have any shears yet, unfortunately. So I've been having to do some clipper over comb, especially on this upper section here. I don't know if I was doing this right, so you guys need to give me some advice on whether or not I'm doing this correctly. But just from what I've seen, watching tutorials and things like that, I'm doing some clipper over comb just to smooth out that section right where the long hair is around his head. So now I got my Babyliss Pros out and I'm just cutting off the hair with, I believe that's a 3, kind of blending it into the top. And then here we go, creating my guideline. And as you can see, I'm not using my FX3s this time. I'm actually using the Babyliss Pros with no guard, all the way closed, and I'm creating the bald line with those clippers as opposed to using the FX3 to punch in the bald line. Again, his hair is much different, so it's a lot easier to cut through than my nephew's hair, so I didn't need to punch it with the trimmers. So I did take the trimmers, I flipped them upside down, or right side up, excuse me, and I'm cleaning up the bulk with the trimmers. As you can see, this little boy right here could not stop tilting his head back up because he wanted to watch that TV. So as you can see how many times I tilted his head back down. So he was a little bit of a challenge, I'm not gonna lie. Throughout his whole haircut, it was quite a challenge to keep his head still and keep him from moving up and down and side to side. It wasn't that he was tired or that I was pressing too hard or anything like that. He's just ADHD, cannot stop moving. One guard open. I went ahead and switched back over to my low pros with the, I believe that's the 1 guard. I opened it up and I'm creating another guideline. And as you can see, I'm kind of dropping it. So this is kind of like a mid-drop fade. It's not a super steep drop, but I am dropping it down a little bit past the ear and the back of the head. You can see I'm tilting his head back multiple times because he ends up lifting that head up a few times. There we go. I believe that's the 2 guard. I went ahead and grabbed that and I'm just blending that into the bulk at the top there and getting that. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the 2 on. Pull. You can see I'm just cleaning that up using that comb. And here's something I wasn't sure if I was doing correctly, but I was combing upward. I didn't know if I was supposed to be coming down. Switch back over to my magic clips, taking out that bottom line, and I'm going to start fading up. And his hair, again, was a lot easier to cut than my nephew's hair because of the texture of the hair. So I feel like fading his hair was much easier than fading their hair. I didn't have to do as many passes. I didn't have to switch back and forth between my clippers too much and guards and so on and so forth. It's pretty easy to fade his hair. The most challenging part about cutting his head was that he just could not stop moving. So in some areas I started to get the fade pushed up higher than I wanted to because I'd be down at the bottom with no guard and he'd move his head back and it would go up higher and I'd have to even it out. So it is a challenge cutting kids' hair. He's pretty young. He's actually very young. He's younger than my nephew's. Here we go, and this is something I wasn't sure if I was doing right either, but I went ahead and parted his hair at the top, just separating it from that bulk on the side of his head to the long hair at the top that I know for sure he wants to keep long. So I just decided to do some clipper over comb and smooth out that bulk on the top part of the fade, and as you can see, I'm smoothing it out with the guards. I really like the way his fade came out, though. It came out really clean. I didn't see a lot of dark spots. And again, I wasn't sure if I did that top part right or not, but maybe you guys can give me some advice when it comes to cutting hair that wants to stay long at the top. And there I am, just tapping out that bottom line using the corners. As you can see, his fade, you know, it came out really smooth. I didn't have to do a whole lot of work to get that middle part. Just working that lever a bit. Just cleaning up the bottom a little bit. I decided to just work on this side and then move on to the back here. This was a challenge for me because this back of the head is where he kept on, you know, lifting his head back up. I'm not using a barber chair right now, so the barber chair, you know, the chair that I have him sitting in is like a tall kitchen chair. So I don't have a way to pump him up and get him to my level to where I don't have to lean over or have him bend his head so much. So I've been having to kind of push their head back and lean over and to see the fade that I needed to see. And, you know, it's been a little bit of a struggle. So barber chairs are definitely a big thing on my list, or at least some type of chair with some type of hydraulic pump on it that I can get him high enough. So right now I'm using a taller kitchen chair, and I actually bought a booster seat off of Amazon. It was like $30 because I knew he was coming, and I knew he's a lot shorter than my nephew. So I was like, I need this little booster seat at the very least. So that worked out really well. However, again, he's still really low compared to where I'm standing. And so I'm having to push his head down a lot to kind of get to where I need to get the clippers. Here I am with the Low Pros, just trying to cleaning up the bottom and middle lines. Right here was the challenge. You can see that part of his head is he just turns right around. That part of his head was a challenge because he kept moving his head up and down. And there I am, just kind of making that C cup with the FX3s. And his C cups came out pretty nice. Like I said, I like his hair, his texture hair. It's a lot easier to cut, and it's more defined once I started shaping out the C cups and stuff. Using my shavers to clean up to ball it out at the bottom there. Just wanted to wet his hair so I can kind of style it a little bit, get the curls to pop. Just used a comb that we had laying around the house for my daughters. So I don't have a lot of long hair tools right now. Alright, so here I am, I'm just parting out the top. You can't really see it from this angle. Unfortunately, I didn't move the camera around. But I did clip up and part his longer hair just so I don't shave off the longer hair. And I know I made a mistake here because I wet his hair down and laid it down and I just went straight to trimming. But I didn't take the clippers and kind of go down with the clippers with a guard or whatever. So I didn't get rid of the longer hair. I kind of left it long. Alright, bro. What do you think?
I think it's like cool.
You like it? You look in the mirror?
Yes, it looks cool. Yeah, how you like edge it up and stuff.
Stop moving. Yeah, you like the way I edged it up and stuff?
Yeah, like the edge is super cool.
I'm glad you like it.
I wish you can do it again.
Maybe I'll cut your hair next time you get your hair cut.
Okay.
Oh, give me 5.
Oh, I didn't really want this.